welcome to Great Hope Studios, or as also known as VYO Radio. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, guys. So tonight's session, I wanted to kind of dedicate this to a topic that is very kind of harsh, guys, and that is the topic of racism. And it's one of those things. I was washing up, guys, and I was thinking about this, and I was debating on whether or not to go ahead and do a broadcast or not for you guys on this, but I decided to go ahead and do it, and that is the topic of racism. And it's about a story, true story, that happened in the state of Georgia, okay? And basically there was an incident, okay, where a man had gotten beaten up, okay, and a lot of people seem to think that it was very innocent and that things should have been dealt with in a better manner, and I fully agree. And I'm here to kind of talk about that, and I'm here to talk about kind of where things went wrong and how things should have been dealt with, and how the overall situation should have been dealt with. So, and we're going to look at another side too. I want y'all to, in this broadcast, I'm going to be showing you guys a clip via NBC, just a video clip of kind of just what recently happened. And this happened last month, by the way, guys. So I want y'all to pay close attention to that, and I want you to pay close attention to the video after this. News story. There's another news story that is from a different perspective. So, but first I kind of want to just talk about, guys, about racism and what I personally believe, what I believe is racism, and that is, and I'm gonna touch on just briefly, and I believe that personally, you know, nobody should be talking bad about anybody. You know, if you have something to say about somebody, you know, you should approach it in an appropriate manner, and that doesn't involve violence. That is the number one thing that people don't understand, that seek violence, that want violence. You know, do not. It's one of those things where if somebody is acting upon a racist act, does not mean that you should lash out at them. Is it wrong what they said? Yes. But the better person would be to ignore that. And a lot of people that I have talked to, guys, honestly, have said that they feel that people they just don't understand each other, guys, and that the main thing is that the fighting fact that, okay, well, I didn't start it, she did, he did, they did, you know, and it's not about who started what or who finished what, okay? It's not about a war. It's not about deciding who's right and who's wrong. I understand that doing harm to somebody is wrong either way, okay? Unless you are definitely at a higher power to be able to do so, okay? So, personally, guys, I want this video primarily to be about finding and seeking peace. Okay, whether you are white, whether you are black, whether you are Hispanic, whether you are whatever race you are, I want you to find that peace and seek that peace, even if that means to find your comfort zone, find that music zone, and get comfortable. And if you come across a situation where somebody makes you bad, somebody asks you to do something, and you want to ask a question of why, or you want to combat some type of battling answer to something, that you find peace in the answer. Find peace in the question if you're going to ask the question. Okay, guys? So I don't know if this is exactly making sense, guys, but I just want y'all to know that I know this is going to be very harsh from a black person's kind of point of view if you're listening, but I understand your hurt. You know, I understand, you know, I understand the fact that it seems hurting. It is hurting. That it seems like, and it is, by the fact that there's a lot of police brutality, especially now. And it has been going on for many years, okay? Many years. Even way past the Civil War, even past the Revolutionary War, it's been happening, guys. And it's just, it hasn't been blown up as much as it has today. And again, guys, I just want y'all to find peace, okay? I know it's hard, but I want you to try to think of everybody as being one. And if regardless of a situation, and in this case, in this situation, in this video I'm about to show y'all, this guy was asked to pull out his driver's license. He was a passenger, guys, okay? He was a passenger. Should he have to pull it out? Actually, quite frankly, as authorities go, yes, he should. I remember being pulled over, this was a couple of years ago, guys, and I got pulled over. I was in a company truck. I was a passenger, and I didn't have my seatbelt on, guys. And the police officer said, I need to see your license. And on top of all this situation of this story, this guy was wanted, there were a lot of warrants after him, okay? There was a lot of things going on that a lot of people I don't think exactly realize, but on the same hand, for what happened was not the correct way to deal with that. Now, what I know is in this story, in this news story, was that there were two police officers, and the two police officers that dealt with the situation, they should not have beat the guy. What they should have done, guys, honestly, was if they felt threatened, if they felt like something was off and they were going to try to do the right thing by bringing him in, the thing was not to beat the guy, but to take him in calmly. And if the calmly wasn't working, that police chief officer had that other officer there that he could have utilized to help bring to the police car, okay, and shove him in there and put him, take him to the police station if they were concerned about that person. But as far as the beating and the harming, they shouldn't have done that by any means. Now, as far as, we don't know exactly what was said, as far as I know anyway, guys. I don't know exactly what was said during all this process. But look, I mean, honestly, from both sides, whether you're a police officer, whether you're a black person saying, well, they shouldn't have done that, there are two sides of a story. Okay? There's the news part of the story, and there's what actually happened. And unfortunately, the news can kind of twist things up. And I just want to say, like I had told y'all just a few minutes ago, that was my point of view, what should have been done. If you feel uncomfortable with the situation as a police officer, you take the guy out of the car. I know it's simple, as I'm making it simple, but you know, if the guy is struggling in any way, then at that point, then the guy is at fault because he's obstructing the law. Okay? So he's resisting law, which is actually offense, technically. So you take the guy and you put him in the police car and say, hey, you know, you say very nicely, as far as the police officer goes, and you say, hey, look, you know, we got to take you in, you know, there's a warrant after your arrest, you know. Or if they can't say that, then just take him to the car. Even if, I know this sounds harsh, but even as if it was a white person, if the white person was resisting, I would say to drag the person too. So if the person was resisting, you either call backup or you drag them to your car. Don't beat the person. Don't hurt the person, harm the person. Don't touch the person in a harsh way. So that's where the police department, the police officers were in the wrong at that point. So But again, the mother wasn't there. The girlfriend was. And the mother, yes, it's sad. I'm sorry. Your son got hurt. I'm sorry. I really am. I know it sounds like I'm not, but I really am sorry about what happened. But there's multiple angles here. Should the beating happen? No. On the other hand, should your son, should the man that was being harassed, beaten, should he have at the beginning, instead of asked, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to listen to you? Why do I have to respect you? If he had done what was asked, like I always do, if he had done what he was asked, I don't believe that things would have been taken the way they were. I really don't. I mean, that is what it is. If you disrespect somebody, that's disrespect. Sure, it's okay to ask why, but as a police officer, if you're told to do something, there's a reason why. And I understand in this sort of world, it's kind of crazy, and you don't want to trust police officers. But on the same hand, if the guy had been very nice about it, which we don't know, he could have cursed a sailor out. He could have been rude. He could have been whatever. And, we don't know. But the fact of the matter is, police officers made a mistake, yes. On the same hand, the other man, the man that was resisting, was wrong in the sense that he did not do what he was told by a higher authority. Okay? He said basically, no. Hell no. F you. I'm summarizing. I don't like cursing, guys, but that's the way it is. I don't know what he did, but I'm assuming, not only am I assuming, it even says that he resisted. He asked why. Why is obviously, I really don't want to give it to you. Why should I have to give it to you? Anyway, so I want you to just take a view of this clip, and we're going to watch the next one too as well, and we're going to talk about it afterwards.
Rained inland and caused significant flooding. Kate?
All right, Morgan Chesky, thank you. Now to a developing story out of Georgia, where a white sheriff's deputy was fired today after being caught on camera brutally restraining a black man during a traffic stop. Matt Bradley has late details and a warning. The video is disturbing.
It's yet another shocking video showing white police officers violently restraining a black man in front of his family. Multiple videos.
Take note, guys, we don't know what happened beforehand, but we also know that what the police officer is doing right now is wrong completely. So, I understand that part. We understand.
County, Georgia deputies pinning Roderick Walker to the ground. One punches him. A deputy also complains Walker bit his hand. A child screams for his father. Walker lost consciousness twice during his arrest, according to his lawyer. There doesn't appear to be any video that shows what led up to the incident, but Walker's attorney said it was completely unprovoked.
What the video and the evidence in this case is undisputed is going to show, and has shown, is that Roderick was doing nothing wrong.
Walker's attorney said someone was driving Walker, his girlfriend, and one of his children when police pulled the car over for a taillight violation. When deputies asked Walker, the passenger, for his ID, he asked why.
They became upset when he inquired.
Now, we don't know, as far as the car goes, that way if his car is insured by him, right, but his wife's driving the car, he still has to pull out his card. Okay, take note of that. Now, still noting that this whole incident, yes, was wrong.
Like every American citizens have the right to inquire, why are you asking me for my ID?
Now, this man is completely wrong. Look, if you are required by law if authorities ask you for your ID, you are supposed to give it to them. Okay. I mean, you can request a warrant. You can request whatever you want, but regardless of the matter, it's if you are responsible, you are required to give your license or some type of ID to the authorities.
I'm not driving.
Walker's attorney says the deputies then asked him to leave the car. It's unclear how the episode became violent, and authorities have not said why the car was pulled over. Walker is in a jail hospital charged with 2 counts of battery and 2 counts of obstructing law enforcement, and the sheriff says he has outstanding warrants for other incidents. But Walker's lawyer and family say it's the police who need to face justice.
I just want my son home because he was beaten real bad. He did nothing wrong. I haven't talked to him since Friday.
Today, the Clayton County Sheriff's Office said the deputy who punched Walker is being terminated for excessive use of force and turned the investigation over to the district attorney.
Alright, hold on, guys. Let's back this up just a smidge. Back this up a smidge. Stop it right here. Obstructing, hindering law enforcement officers. Obstructing, hindering law enforcement officers. Battery and more battery. Okay?
Hospital charged with 2 counts of battery and 2 counts of obstructing law enforcement. And the sheriff says he has outstanding warrants for other incidents.
See right there. Outstanding warrants for other incidences. Now, we don't know what happened. Other than what the police officers did. Okay? I'm sure that they've got other footage and whatnot, but they probably have more, but this is what I got for you guys right now.
But Walker's lawyer and family say it's the police who need to face justice.
I just want my...
Honestly, guys, look, both need to have charges pressed on them, okay? Both were in the wrong. What was more wrong was the beating, because you shouldn't beat somebody, even if you've got a warrant for your arrest and multiple and whatnot. There's better ways of dealing with a situation besides violence. If this situation had been dealt with a little better way, it just would have ended, I think, a lot better.
My son home because he was beaten real bad. He did nothing wrong. I haven't talked to him since Friday.
Today, the Clayton County Sheriff's Office said the deputy who punched Walker is being terminated for excessive use of force and turned the investigation over to the district attorney's office as protests tonight grow. Matt Bradley, NBC News.
In Los Angeles, more
See, that's what makes me a little frustrated here, guys. Take a look at this protest. Okay. There's a sign that says, and they have multiple signs that basically say, Black Lives Matter. Well, guess what, guys? All lives matter. Because in the next video, this is going to be really saddening. Okay? This is going to make you open your eyes to the fact that it's not only I'm trying to fight for what's right, but everyone's at war with each other. That's really ultimately what it is.
NBC News.
In Los Angeles, more disturbing video after 2 sheriff's deputies...
All right, guys, this is the next video. All right, this is the next video about an opposite story. It's about police still, but it's about on the other side, to prove my point, guys, that this is not fighting for what's right, but this is a pure fight to the death. Like, people want to just continue fighting, and this is people, policemen, everybody. It needs to stop.
There were shot in a brazen ambush Saturday night. They're now fighting for their lives, and a manhunt is underway for the shooter. Gotti Schwartz has the latest from L.A.
Near a bus station in Compton, California, what's being called a cowardly ambush. A man walking up with a handgun and opening fire into a parked sheriff's patrol vehicle, shooting 2 deputies near point-blank range, then running away.
10-4, copy 998, deputy shot.
Stand by for a GSW, be a deputy involved.
He acted as if he was...
Guess what? That was a black man. Now, that's where I think where it's both sides. Both sides are at fault. Okay? It doesn't matter about who started what as far as racism act, okay? It matters, but it doesn't, okay? There's no reason to kill or attempt to kill somebody just because you are mad at a situation. Okay, guys? So I just want y'all to know. Okay, so let's continue watching.
He was going to walk past the car, and then he made a left turn directly toward the car, raised a pistol, and fired several rounds inside of the vehicle, striking both of the sheriff's deputies.
Incredibly, one deputy staggers out and calls for help.
They were both critically injured, multiple gunshot wounds.
One deputy, a 31-year-old mother of a 6-year-old boy, shot in the face. The other, a 24-year-old man, shot several times, both just over...
Think about this, guys. Think about this. Whether you are black, whether you are white, whether you are Hispanic, whether you are whatever race you are, guys, this man will forever be scarred because a black man, whether it be he was black, but, you know, it doesn't matter whether he's black, white, doesn't matter. This man was shot, okay? In this case, yes, again, this guy was black. But the previous story was the opposite. You know, we had white officers trampling over a black guy. We already know at this point, guys, and I'm gonna exit off of this, guys. So we already know that this whole situation is just a fighting matter of not who's right or who's wrong, but just to fight because they want to fight. And the reason is it's just excuses from both sides. So look, guys, I want everybody to love each other. I really do. I want everybody to give everybody hugs, to tell everybody that they love each other, and to get along, you know? And that's what I want. I want everybody to seek peace, okay? I want everybody to find great hope that in this world there is peace, there's not fighting, and that this is for the police departments. This is for the Black Lives Matter community, for the Hispanic communities. This is for all you guys. Please stop the fighting. I know you're hurting from both sides. I know you're frustrated, you're angry, you're upset. But please, guys, please turn the tables. Please find peace. Please find hope. Make use of your life. You want to shoot a gun, go to a gun range. You want to put up a picket sign, make a picket sign and do it at home. Have a riot at your house, something. But make use of your life and seek peace. Find great hope. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in this video. Again, I want to stress that this is for everybody. Please stop the fighting. Stop the fighting. Find peace, find love, find hope.